but I too would like to acknowledge the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation and pay my respects to elders past, present, and emerging, and also would like to extend that to any First Nations and Torres Strait Islander people here today. So yes, WorldPride, 2 days time. It's been a journey, 4 years of work and commitment from a team just under 100, bringing us to this point, which is nothing short of amazing. 2023 marks 45 years since the first Sydney Gay Lesbian Mardi Gras, when brave activists marched down Oxford Street, yelling out of the bars into the streets. I'd like to start by acknowledging the 78ers, because without them, Mardi Gras will not have been and come this far. These brave individuals were absolutely pioneers, and they were in a position that put them in an amazing point of view where today, hopefully, they can look back on something that has become truly a celebration. From a 500-person march to an entire city embracing the annual Mardi Gras festival, we have indeed come a very long way. The festival now has come and embraced communities and also become amazing with regard to the Fair Day this weekend, which is around the corner. And of course, our Rainbow Extravaganza, which is taking over Victoria Park. The next week, Mardi Gras Parade also returns back to Oxford Street, our spiritual home. And this, indeed, after COVID, is returning after 2020. For those who can't be there in person, join us by finding a parade viewing event near you. And of course, tune into ABC. We'll also make our long-awaited return to the dance floor of Horden Pavilion and its surrounding venues for Mardi Gras Party, which will feature performances from more than 50 artists and DJs for over 10 hours of entertainment. The pandemic was fierce, and a fierce reminder that our communities are stronger together and that we cannot underestimate the human need for connection. And what better way to connect than at a global family reunion with Sydney WorldPride Festival on our shores to mark this 45-year anniversary. The world will join us as we celebrate with pride and reflect on how far we have come for equality. WorldPride also provides an opportunity for us all to consider what needs to be achieved for all LGBTQI people, whether they live in Australia, Asia, and or the Pacific or beyond, and truly equal, and we all can live free from harm. Protest has played an important role in progressing the rights of our communities, and from the beginning, Mardi Gras was meant to be both a protest against discrimination and a celebration of pride and identity. The spotlight on the festival also shines a light on persisting inequalities. Here in New South Wales, the home of Mardi Gras, religious schools can still discriminate against LGBTQI students and teachers. Trans and gender diverse people face cruel barriers accessing identity documents that recognize them for who they are. And LGBTQI people are still subject to conversion practices. In its 45th year, Mardi Gras is a celebration of diversity, of identity, and of self-expression. But we still have a very far way to go. And our festivities are just as relevant now as they were in 1978. And this is indeed a vehicle for protest and for change. Thank you, everyone. And I would like to invite Kate Wickett, the CEO of Sydney WorldPride, to the stage.
Well, 4 years. I too would like to start by acknowledging the land on which we will be bringing the world to Sydney, the land of the Gadigal people. I'd like to acknowledge Minister Franklin and the incredible work that Destination New South Wales and the New South Wales Government more broadly have given us since the beginning. Clovermore, our Lord Mayor, thank you for the City of Sydney's absolute support. I think everyone can agree that the city is a buzz. The city is alive with colour, and we can't be more proud. So we made a promise in October 2019. We made a promise to the world that we would invite you here to Sydney, our stunningly beautiful city, to engage, to dance, to share stories, to unite, and to shine a light on all of our beautiful cultures. We also promised we'd shine a light on our First Nations cultures. We have led everything with Sydney WorldPride with First Nations cultures at the centre point. Our LGBT communities have united historically with our First Nations people, and that is something we are particularly proud of at WorldPride. Everything from our branding to all of the programming, everything has had a First Nations lens. It's a particularly exciting time because post-COVID, we are bringing the city back to life. People, and particularly a lot of our performances and performers, artists, pubs, clubs, as Minister said, everyone will come together and unite. We are uniting for equality. We have a 3-day human rights conference at Sydney WorldPride, and it is the centrepiece of our festival. I'd like to acknowledge Equality Australia and the work that the team have done with Sydney WorldPride on bringing together the world's largest ever LGBTQI conference in the world. 3 days at the impeccable ICC just down here in Darling Harbour. We will have 1,500 of the world's activists, corporates, community, civil society, commissioners, senators from all around the world. Everyone under one roof, a multiplicity of voices, so that we can share, debate, discuss, and advance for equality. Yes, we have come a very long way, but we still have a long way to go. Sydney is a wonderful and open city for all. It is inclusive and it is diverse, and we want to share that with the world. We are a beacon for others, and we have a responsibility to help others. And I couldn't be more proud that that conference is the centrepiece of Sydney WorldPride. And of course, there are going to be parties. Lots of them. Lots of them. And parties, performance art, visual art, theatre, comedy, sports, you name it, we've got it. And we've got it because you are all invited. Everyone is invited to Sydney WorldPride, and if you've had a look at our program, there is something for everyone. People often ask me, Kate, how will you know that Sydney WorldPride is a success? And for me, it's anybody picking up that program and seeing themselves in at least one event. So to everyone, overseas, Sydney, beyond, you are invited. I'd like to say thank you for coming here this morning. I couldn't be more proud of the Sydney WorldPride team. This has truly taken a village. 4 years in the making. We've made a promise to bring everyone together. I'd like to thank the police. I'd like to thank Transport for New South Wales. I'd like to thank the Department of Health. And I'd particularly like to thank ACON, who have been our partners for decades. We love We love a party, but we are a party with purpose. Just remember when you're under that mirror ball, why you're here. We are all together, we are here for each other, and I couldn't be more proud to lead Sydney in the biggest event post-COVID where everyone is invited. So thank you.